Hello, guys. How you doing? My name is Roderick, fitness and health coach. I'm also a person that lives a holistic lifestyle. This is my community service to the world. Every time I learn something or I have some experience from my own lifestyle, I like to share that with you guys. That's going to help, improve your health, just make something better in your life. I like to share my testimony, my experience to better your life and to give you some knowledge that will help you to improve your life. So today I was going to talk about people struggling with food and getting away from the bad foods and focusing more on the healthy foods. And from my own experience, disclaimer: I'm not a doctor or anything of that nature where I'm certified. I'm just sharing my knowledge, what I've learned through my experience, my research, implementing these things on my own life and seeing the change that helped me to improve my health. I lost 85 pounds, just really researching, studying about health, and then implement what I've learned on my own, own body to see if it really works or it don't. And what I've came up with is how you look at food. I was, been here since I was 7, and I'm from on the West Indies, from Jamaica, not from this country. And growing up on an American diet, being in this country, my family didn't really stress too much nutrition. We just ate what we could afford. It wasn't the wealthiest at all. It was, pretty middle class type of thing, or really barely getting by. But pretty much growing up eating a lot of the junk food in this country, a lot of the processed food, not the most healthiest at all. Never really ate too much fruits and vegetables. Wasn't something I was around a lot in my household. It was more processed, donuts. There was a time when I was coming up. I'm 52, so when I was coming up back in the days, there was a place called Hostess, and they had a whole bunch of junk foods, cupcakes, and all Twinkies, things that a kid could afford for a few dollars. And that's what I was eating. Destroyed my mouth. Had a lot of dental problems. Going to the dentist every time, getting some pulled out because I was addicted to the refined sugar. Addicted to the processed food, all the garbage, the preservatives. Literally just drugged up. Because that's what these so-called junk foods are. They just loaded with all types of toxins that gets you all drugged up and all messed up, including the refined sugar. So thank God I survived that. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ got me through all that craziness. Now I'm an adult, and basically was growing up with eating the American diet. I blew up to about 265. I'm only 5'9", so I put on like 85 pounds of weight slash waste in my body. Clogged me up. Had sleep apnea. Could barely breathe. Had all types of problems, headaches, lower back pain, all types of things. I was carrying all this weight on my frame, on top of having other issues like poor posture. I was ignorant. I didn't know what I was doing. I was working out, doing what everybody else was doing, messing my body up, doing workouts that wasn't that benefit my body. But getting back to what this topic is about is the perspective of how you look at things, your view. And for me, one thing I'll definitely tell anybody out there that's struggling with their weight, that's overweight, first educate yourself. Get the truth about what nutrition really is and what you should be eating. All right. And then you got to look. What I did personally is look at, okay, if I know this apple is supposed to be nutritious for me, or this watermelon is supposed to be nutritious for me, it hydrates my body, give me the vitamins, the minerals, gives me the protein, the carbs, the electrolytes, all the good stuff that my body needs. All right. Compared to that Twinkie donut, loaded with calories, high calories of that, no nutritional value, refined sugar, all the things that's going to harm my body. Okay. I mean, I definitely think it helps with your point of view of how you look at the food, but you're gonna have to use your willpower, okay, and really fight for your life in making that choice to eat the right thing. Because I had to do that, even though I knew that that apple was good for me, I wanted that Twinkie because, for one, I had bad bacteria in my body, probably parasites in my body that accumulated over the years, just eating bad, feeding these horrible. I can't not even call them horrible, but then they're not on your side if they're causing health problems. All right, because these bacteria, they all have a place. These parasites, they all have a place in this life to do their thing. Where we go wrong is that we're eating so unhealthy that we're feeding a lot of the bad parasites, a lot of the bad bacteria, and these things end up getting out of control. You know, just way more than the body can handle, causing all types of health problems. Now, through my mentor, Dr. Yaki Awaken, what he has found out about the body and how these bacteria, when you're feeding your body these bad foods, these bacteria, they have to deal with all this garbage that we're putting in our body, and then these bacteria end up mutating into something way worse, into parasites and these different things that like the flukeworm, which goes after the pancreas and all. These things are coming from used to be white blood cells, that was once defending the body, but we're so toxic with all the garbage we put in our body and on our body that these things end up having problems trying to get rid of them, and they end up mutating into parasites, like fluke worms, which becomes a big problem to the body and cause a lot of health issues. All right, guys. So yes, the way you view the food makes a big difference. If this apple is going to benefit me, discipline yourself to get that apple in your body. All right. And the great thing about eating the healthy food, from my experience, is the more I started feeding myself and discipline myself little by little every day, I would discipline myself to eat a little bit more fruits, a little bit more vegetable. What I realized that your palate started changing because now you're feeding the good bacteria in your body, in your gut, and those good bacteria get stronger and stronger. They multiply and get more and more, and now the bad bacteria is starting to die out, it's going to get smaller and smaller as the good bacteria increases. And I noticed that my palate changed, and I was craving more of the good stuff instead of the bad stuff, guys. So this is why I'm doing this video, to let you know that you're not really addicted to sugar. It's the parasites and the bacteria in your gut, all right, in your gut, that's craving these things. So if you're feeding the bad bacteria, there's gonna be more of those guys growing. They're gonna want the bad stuff that that's gonna make you unhealthy. The refined sugar, the processed nonsense, the preservatives, all the garbage out there that's not healthy for you. But you feed your body the good, feed the bacteria the good foods, the fruits, the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? The healthy grains. The nuts, the seeds. Now you feed the good bacteria, they're gonna grow and populate, and they're gonna help you to have a healthier body, because your gut is your immune system, and that's your first immune system from science. Okay, and Dr. Yaki Awaken speaks about that. All right, and I believe Dr. Robert Moore speaks about that also. So, guys, if you need somebody to help you, hold you accountable, help you to hold your hands and get you through this, because somebody helped me. It was hard. It took me years and years to get away from the addiction from refined sugar. So I know your struggles, and I would say keep fighting. Keep fighting for you. Nobody's coming to your rescue. You got to take the step towards that light. Get to that light. Get through it. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely the grass much greener on the other side once you do. And you're gonna be one of the best choices you ever made. For me, it was one of the best choices I ever made, was eating healthier, because you cannot train a bad diet. I don't care how much you work out. You got to make sure you're putting the right stuff in your body. And we live, unfortunately, in a country, America, where a lot of the processed food, the junk food, they sell it on TV and all. It's a big money making thing, and you barely see anything about healthy stuff like fruits and vegetables on TV. So one other thing I did was turn off the TV, because I wouldn't get brainwashed from all that commercials and all that McDonald's, all that nonsense. And turn off the TV was one of the best things I ever did. It gave me a chance to focus on what was truthful and where I should put my focus in. And I started doing a lot of research. I had more time to study and research things instead of getting the brainwash from the TV. So I turned the TV off. All right. My name is Roderick. I'm also a fitness and health coach. If you need somebody to get you fit, get you in shape, help you with your nutrition, I can share my knowledge and wisdom, what I've learned, and share that with you. This nutrition thing is simple stuff, guys. God didn't make it complicated. I just gave you the food God told us to consume to get healthy: the fruits, the vegetables, the herbs, the seeds, the nuts. Okay, these are things right there in Genesis, the Bible, that God said we should be consuming. and we're eating all this other nonsense that's making us sick, and we wonder why. This is not rocket science, guys. You got to take responsibility for your health. You need that help. You got me, okay? Let me be that community to help you. You know what I'm saying? Get on track with your health, okay? For the 208 million people out there that's obese, put me to the test. I lost 85 pounds of waist. All right, I can help you guys. All right, I can help you guys do it the natural, safe way, the way that it's supposed to be. A lifestyle change, because this is a lifestyle, guys. It's not something you do temporarily and stop and get back on. This is your life we're talking about. All right, you need that help? Reach out. You can reach me on my Instagram, official Roderick Ghost Michael. Okay, you see my before and after pictures of me with the weight and losing the weight. All right, and a lot of inspirational things I'm talking about to uplift people, because we need each other. We need to uplift each other and say kind words and loving words to each other, and let each other know everything's going to be okay, because everything's going to be okay. Listen, God woke you up. All right, God woke you up not to be miserable and have a bad day. He woke you up to enjoy this beautiful, sunny winter, whatever season you're at, what part of the world. He woke you up so you can enjoy this beautiful day. God has plans for you. All right. The Creator has plans for you. How much of a blessing that is. How much of a gift that is. Go and enjoy. Take care of yourself. All right. If you need help, you got people like me. I love you. I care about you guys. This is why I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm getting on YouTube to point you guys to the right people, like Dr. Yakia Waken, Dr. Robert Morris. These are people you'll never see on TV, because they speak completely opposite of what they talk about on TV. TV is all about, pills and all these different things, what I'm saying, to take, when it's so simple as movement, eating healthy, mindset, what I'm saying, love, care for others. These are the things we need to have in our lives every day to live a abundance of just a great, amazing day, a great, amazing life, is these simple things, guys. So again, if you need that help, you can reach me on this YouTube channel. You can reach me on my Instagram, official Radical Michael. Let's educate each other together, find the truth. I'm still learning, all right? I'm not at the level of where Dr. Yakia Awaken is at and Dr. Robert Morris, but I'm studying every day. When I learn something, I get on YouTube and I share it with you guys. And like I said, put it to the test, guys. I did. I feel amazing. 52 years old, still got my guns, working out hard like I was in my 20s. I feel amazing, guys. Just aging gracefully. And I just want to share this amazing information with you guys to help you guys get on track with your health. It's not hard, guys. It's simple stuff. You just need the right information, good people in your circle to motivate you and get you through it. But once you get through it, it's smooth sailing. It's an amazing lifestyle. I love it. I'll never go back to where I used to live. I thank God I got out of that nightmare, and now I'm just living the dream. All right. So if you need that help, reach out. I'm here to help you. Have a blessed day.